Hello PWAY, I'm Chayne Cooper and welcome to the new episode of Life in Black and Gold. This month we have an episode that's a little bit shorter than usual, and that's because the TV Club has just finished participating in the 10 and 5-day film challenge, which we'll talk about a bit more next month, but we still want to get an episode out this month just for you guys. And today we'll have a look at all the big movies coming out this summer and a PSA about a very serious epidemic. But first, we have a segment offering some helpful advice on test preparation and studying.
Where do I even start?
You start by taking that mess off your desk.
Who said that? Who's there?
It is I, your guardian angel, and I'm here to help you pass your math test next week.
Cool! So you're gonna give me the ability to think?
No, I can't do that, but I can help you study.
Study? I don't want to study.
Then fail, bye.
Wait, no, wait. I actually need your help. But do I have to study?
Despite what you believe about yourself and what other students believe about themselves, you are not special, and you need to put in work to actually succeed.
Fine. But I don't know how to study.
Tip number 1, keep a clear workspace. No, not like that. Okay, never mind. Next, set up goals for what you want to study and when. A planner can really help you work that out a schedule. Isolate yourself from anything that may distract you. Put your phone in your backpack and chuck it in the trash. Don't just read, that doesn't help memory. Get creative and make some flashcards or other methods to help you test memory. Another helpful way is to understand something is to teach it to someone else. Try and find a friend that you can explain the subject to.
Well, what if I don't have any friends?
Teach your dog or cat or fish or yourself in the mirror. It's okay to take breaks. Get up from your seat for a 5 to 15 minutes, stretch, get a snack, get back to it once you're ready. Finally, after a good study session, know when you're done. At some point, it will not help to try anymore, so call it a day and get back to it tomorrow.
Hopefully you learned something useful that you'll be able to use in the future. Next up, we will look at the upcoming summer movie season. Let's take a look.
Even though summer doesn't technically start until June 21st, we're kicking off the summer movie season this weekend with the release of blockbuster Avengers: Endgame, the culmination of 22 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But there are tons of other movies to look forward to this summer, so here are our top picks for some of the 2019 summer movies that you should look out for. Another franchise hit coming out this summer is John Wick 3. Both previous John Wick films received critical and commercial success for their expert choreography, unique style, and the surprisingly impressive performance of Keanu Reeves. A film that's a bit more under the radar this summer is Brightburn, an action sci-fi film produced by James Gunn. The film looks to be a dark twist on the Superman lore, because although not officially produced by DC, the film focuses on a young boy with super strength, heat vision, and more that crash lands on Earth in a spaceship and is taken in by a human family. Sound familiar? This summer will bring rock biopic Rocket Man to theaters, the story of Sir Elton John. Taron Egerton, known as his role as Eggsy in the Kingsman movies, will be playing the rock phenomenon, and unlike Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, Egerton will be singing all of Elton John's music himself, giving the film a more authentic lead. A controversial film produced by Disney Pixar, Toy Story 4 is continuing the household name into the next generation. Featuring all new toys and plot lines, including the absence of long-beloved character Andy, this film is sure to hit markets big. Its prequel, the third Toy Story in the current trilogy, had a massive budget of $20 million. Whether you are lining up for tickets or missing out on this one thing's for sure, Pixar has a knack for giving animated characters a place in our hearts, and this film is sure to be no different. Of course, these are just a few of the numerous exciting summer movies of 2019, which looks to be one of the biggest blockbuster summers of the decade. We hope at least one of these movies has piqued your interest, but even if not, happy viewing.
Now it's time to get serious. To close out the show, we have a PSA all about gun violence in America. Take a look and listen.
We are coming on the air at this hour with news of a school shooting in South Florida. This took place.
School shootings have been a long-term problem in America for many years. From Columbine on April 20th, 1999 to Parkland on February 14th, 2018. gun violence in schools has sparked devastation, outrage, and debate, but very little policy change. After the tragedy at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, young people started a wave of activism that made the subject more prominent than ever before. The Parkland school shooting in 2018 sparked passion in a new wave of advocates for stricter gun laws, many of these advocates being students. We wanted to investigate what some Piscataway High School students think about the topic of gun control and its relationship to the safety of our school.
For how long in your life have you heard about gun violence, specifically school shootings?
Probably since like second grade, that's been a big deal.
Gun violence itself probably since when I was like 6, 7.
Do I feel safe in school? Yeah.
I want to say I feel safe here because New Jersey has really strict gun laws.
I don't feel safe anymore in school after all the school shootings that are going around and it being a normality in our society.
How useful do you think current safety procedures are? Do you think anything could help?
I think one idea that we as students could do is to take it seriously.
We do these drills like once a month. Like I do think the school is doing everything in its power to protect us from gun violence.
The bag searches and the IDs didn't really feel like they were making that much of an improvement, although I get the point that progress was attempted, but I feel like there could definitely be better restrictions on who can come in and out of the school.
What is your opinion on America's current gun laws? What about them are good and what could be changed?
I think there need to be way stronger background checks for somebody before they purchase any weapon. And I also think that certain weapons, such as machine guns, AR-15s, just shouldn't be on the market because there's no need for those.
How do you feel about the Second Amendment? How should it be interpreted and should it be changed?
I mean, I believe in the Second Amendment, but I also believe that regarding the new increase in school shootings and shootings in general, I believe that we should have more stricter gun laws.
What I think needs to be specified is that arms should refer to a pistol or a rifle, something used for protection or hunting.
I think that amendment should be taken out just because we shouldn't be taking a privilege like that amendment and using it to our advantage when people are dying.
Why do you think these incidents of gun violence in schools are uniquely American?
In America, we have access to more powerful weapons than we should, and other countries don't have that, which is why they're safer.
I think that this culture where we kind of become obsessed with it and then quickly forget about it definitely needs to stop because it's not helping the situation in any way.
Well, other countries put safety first, unlike us. So other countries have outlawed guns.
Do you think teachers should be armed?
No, I don't think teachers should be armed.
No, teachers should not be armed.
That kind of defeats the purpose of students feeling safe in schools.
I feel like the classroom should be a space where there's no weapons or threat of violence.
What can you or other students do to fight for your side of the cause?
Once you do the research and you inform yourself, you can really start having conversations about gun violence. And I think that's the most important thing we need right now. We need to have these conversations and we need to start advocating for change.
This is our problem now, and we need to solve it. We need to work together. We need to forget our parties, our Republican, Democrat, Libertarian values. We need to work together as a group and fix this gun violence law.
The government needs to figure out that the lives of their citizens are more important than whatever money is being given to them by the NRA.
This is a problem that we need to fix right now because there are people dying, there are people getting hurt, there's so many issues happening because of this gun violence, so many innocent lives lost because we haven't fixed these problems yet.
If we don't start advocating as young people, then nothing will change for the future.
If you listen real close, you can hear the people in power shaking.
I think there's something we can all take away from that. I'm Chayne Cooper, and thanks for watching. We'll be back in another episode next month. Stay golden, PWAY.